Many women experience helplessness, poverty, ill health, among others, especially after the demise of their spouse. They are often left overlooked in the society, with no one to lend a helping hand. This is why Princess Adejoke Phillips, founder of Jokceebee Relief Hands Foundation, in collaboration with other NGOs, decided to come together to uplift 200 women and widows in the Abesan area of Ipaja, Lagos State, through its Widows and Women Empowerment Initiative. According to the initiator and partners, the program is part of their efforts in bringing smiles and succor to the less privileged during this Christmas season.
Princess Jokceebee has done a lot. There are many we can't count. I remember there was the time when we went to orphanage home. We also visited the blind, those that were blind and they can see, and then we decided that okay, we should just make them happy. We're able to give them some things, and then I think we give them a bag of rice and so many other things like that, just to make them happy. So we've been trying to work on this vision for a while, just to make people happy, not just only at the orphanage, but also people on the streets, and the widows, and then those that are less privileged, those that are in need, urgently in need. So we just want to reduce the rate of poverty in Nigeria, just to help people. Like there's always this saying that if you have the giving hand, God blesses the giving hands. So that's what we're just trying to do. And then we've met, like today now we did for the widows, and then we done for the orphanage, and we've tried to sponsor some children, like those that can't afford their school fees, and we try to pay their school fees, and then just to make sure that they are still continuing with their education. We can't do all though in Nigeria because how the condition of the country is, but we are still trying to do our best, and we are hoping that we can do more to help the society.
We are in the Christmas, there is joy in the air, there is, but these widows, they need somebody to look out for them. So the 5 organizations, Jokceebee Relief Hands Foundation, Hope Builder Skills Development and Acquisition Foundation, Glowing Splints Development Initiative, Diligent Hands Initiative, and Make Me Elegant. We decided to come together to make widows and women happy. And we look at it that why don't we make it holistic? Because if we just give them food, they will eat, and by tomorrow, they are looking for food again. So we decided that okay, we'll give them food, make them happy for this Christmas. Then we will add empowerment so that they can eat the next meal. Those who have learned catering now, they can start their own business. Those who have learned soap making, they can start making soap and making small money for themselves to be able to feed and educate their children.
Some of the activities during the one-day entrepreneurship program were health talk, free medical checkup, skills acquisition training, Christmas party, and distribution of equipment and clothing materials. They were trained in various vocations such as liquid soap making, catering, and decorations.
Even before they become widows, generally for women, don't rely just on your husband. Always have an income. Even when you are working, also have a second stream of incomes, so that when the chips are down, you can always have something to fall back on. In these days that we are in Nigeria in particular, the economy is so bad. And being a worker, being probably a salary earner is not enough. It is always very advisable to have a skill that you can add to whatever you are doing, such that you will never lack money. When you have skills, you won't lack money. Money will be flowing. But if you rely just on salary, a lot of times your 30 days of pay doesn't take you home. So it is advisable to pick up a skill that you can use to generate income.
The medical outreach, which was aimed at providing medical aid, featured blood pressure and blood sugar checks, as well as HIV tests. The drugs, which were also administered free of charge, were sponsored by Tilnex Pharmaceutical Limited.
The form of donation we made are drugs that are being used by patients on a day-to-day basis. Lots of over-the-counter medication, and also as long as we have medical personnel on ground that prescribe drugs to those on ground during the program as well. So we donated also some ethical medications. So drugs for for hypertension, drugs used in treating diabetes as well. So those form part of the drugs that we've made as available and also donated to the foundation as well.
High point of the event was when equipment such as grinding machine, blender, toaster, and clothing materials were given to some women.
Ohun tẹ́ ẹ ṣe fún mi lẹ́yìn ẹ gbà sọ ìyà kan lára mi ní ìsinmi ò lérò èmi ẹni tí ò rí náà tí ò rí lò ọmọdé yìí ló ṣẹ́ni owó mọ́tò sí mi pé mi gbọ́dọ̀ má wà àmọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ mi wá já sáyọ̀ torí pé ta ló fẹ́ ṣe léyìí òsì Ọlọ́run mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o.
Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run pé prógráàmù èní yìí ó dùn mọ́ mi ó dẹ̀ dàbí pé torí ètè mi gan-an ṣe gbé kalẹ̀ àwọn tó dẹ̀ ń ṣe afẹ́kọ́lọ́run túbọ̀ máa gbọ́wọ́ àwọn náà ga torí bọ́lọ́run ṣe ń gbọ́wọ́ wọn ga náà ṣe rántí àwa náà mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run mo kọ́ ọṣẹ mo dúpẹ́ pé ọṣẹ tí mo tún kọ́ lénìí ó tún yàtọ̀ sí ìta ti kọ́ ìgbà tọ́ṣẹ́ kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ yẹn la kọ́ ṣùgbọ́n ìtọ́ tún kọ́ wa lénìí ó tún yàtọ̀ mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kí ó pawóore fún wa láti fi ṣe nǹkan gidi.
The women also had time to praise and worship God during the Christmas party segment of the program. Some gospel singers, including veteran Nollywood actress Salome Eketunde, engaged the audience in praise and worship songs.